Want to hear a Woody Allen joke? Okay, it goes something like this. If you want to make God laugh, tell him about your plans. My plan for this video was to go out, get some footage of me shooting with my standard camera gear, and then filming a what's in my camera bag style video. Maybe it's not too much of a surprise, but things didn't exactly go as planned. You'll see what I mean pretty quickly. But for now, let's just go ahead and keep to that original script. Hello there, my name is Jude. If you're new to the channel, welcome. I'm a film and digital photographer based out of Boise, Idaho. And today I want to share my little misadventure exploring the area above Bogus Basin Ski Resort on the Moores Mountain Loop Trail. Thank you so much for joining me. So we're driving up into elevation today. One of the main reasons is the forecast is calling for temperatures of 104 degrees Fahrenheit. I don't know the Celsius conversion, so I'll put that on the screen, but 104 degrees, oh boy. This is now the second straight week we've had extreme heat down in the valley, so I'm trying to escape it by coming up here. The biggest thing that I've realized, and this is one of the main reasons I haven't been making as much content, is cameras and people don't really like extreme heat. They don't like being out here in this type of temperatures. I've had many of my cameras overheating and struggling over the past couple weeks because of just how hot it's been. Combine that with the fact that my wife and I had our son about two and a half months ago, and yeah, it's been quite busy. Quite filled with baby care and toddler care and family stuff. And we are here. Look at that. Subaru, Toyota, Toyota, Subaru. And that brings us to one of the main reasons for the major update. You see this right here, this is my Fuji X-H2S. This has been my primary video making camera for over a year now, and I love it. Everything about it is nearly perfect for everything that I do. Even the 10-24 f4 lens is phenomenal for that vlog style look. Everything about it is nearly perfect, except its standard operating temperature is 72 degrees. Hey, quick correction here from editor Jude. On their website, B&H claims the operating temp of the Fuji is 72 degrees Fahrenheit, which is why I said that. But that's actually a typo. Upon further investigation, i.e. looking at Fujifilm's website under their camera specs, the actual operating temperature of the X-H2S is 40 degrees Celsius or 104 Fahrenheit. Now, I'm skeptical that that's actually accurate. Ever since I bought it, my camera has given me an overheat warning in temperatures much lower than that. So I don't know how Fuji is doing their testing, but it's unlikely they rated it for Idaho's summer. And actually, when you think about it, they must be partially aware that it's likely this camera will overheat. Otherwise, they wouldn't be selling a dedicated cooling fan for an additional $200. So whether or not it's technically capable of operating in high temperatures according to a piece of paper, my personal experience has been vastly different. If the temperature hits like 90 or the camera is recording in direct sunlight for too long, that yellow temp warning turns red. Okay, sorry for the interruption. Let's continue with the video. This thing has been overheating on me pretty much before I even turn it on. I'm getting the heat warning. So the camera that I just purchased to add to my kit is what I'm recording on right here, and that is the DJI Pocket Osmo 3, and it's pretty amazing. One of the major benefits to this Pocket Osmo, besides the fact that it's got a really good quality video, it's got good stabilization because it's a built-in gimbal, but it's also super lightweight and has a higher operating temperature. So I'm going to be able to use this throughout the summer months to help create my content while my Fuji takes a little breather. You know, needs to cool off and take a little vacay. I'm gonna see about going up and seeing what our view is. See, climb it one-handed, big backpack, no problem. Lots of people come up here. It's almost like there's already steps for me. Just don't want to fall backwards or scratch up my bag. Ooh. I'm only terribly out of breath and panting because of this backpack, not because I'm horribly out of shape. Is that believable? The breeze feels really nice, but it's pretty warm out here still, in the sun especially. Right there, that is a perfect example of a good view doesn't always mean a good photo. Just because you see a good view does not mean, just because you see a good view doesn't make it, I don't think this is a trail. Now that I think about it. Where am I? Yeah, this was not a trail. I see the trail. It's through those bushes. Bushwhack? Pray for no ticks? So it was right about here that I was beginning to realize that perhaps I wasn't going to be able to make it through the undergrowth to where I thought the trail was located. I hate disturbing the landscape by barreling through it, traipsing over plants and crushing the homes of gophers and squirrels, so I was avoiding any direction that would force me through heavier bush. But that meant following little game trails and small pockets of exposed dirt, and it eventually left me slightly disoriented and unsure of where I was headed or where I had been. I promise this is not a case of, hey, I'm a YouTuber, I'm allowed to hike wherever I want. This is truly a case of, I thought I was on a trail. Turns out it wasn't a trail. Hiked for a while. Didn't know where to go. Bushwhack until you find a trail. Huh. This is kind of cool. Hang on. Moss-covered, rotted-out stump, surrounded by Douglas fir. Okay. It's actually kind of promising. If I can get the right angle, which I'm pretty sure I'm on the right angle line, hit the right spot, I might be able to take this picture and salvage this bushwhacking adventure. Grab my tripod and try to set up over there. My back is so sweaty right now. It's gross. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, I think right about here. Okay, so what we're looking at here is a vertical shot of this stump. 2-second timer, because I'm at a slower shutter speed, and here it is. I'm going to try to get some shots, some detail shots of some of the textures of this stump. I think it's really cool. So I got my 24-70 still, and we're going to just be firing some of these. I like it. Now let's go find the trail. Almost thought up there kind of looks like it's a trail-ish thing. Okay, that's a big rock. The Osmo does not do it justice just how big this rock is. And if I'm not mistaken, that's an important rock because I'm pretty sure I proposed to my wife on that spot. Once we find a trail, I'll stop and get a snack. I think it's around lunchtime. I'm starting to get peckish with all this hiking. It's deceptive because this looks like a trail, but it's not. Oh, maybe. Is that? Nope. It's ridiculous. Nope. That way is chest height shrubbery. Definitely not going to be wading through that. It's all like snake paradise is what it is. And we get rattlesnakes up here. I've seen them before. Okay. Another upgrade to my kit that I think this is an appropriate time to mention is this right here. This is a Garmin InReach Mini. What this is a satellite communication device. So I'm out here, if I don't have cell service, which it's unlikely that I do, I can link to the satellites through Garmin and communicate with emergency services. Though, let's say start to get dehydrated because I didn't pack enough water and I need to communicate with somebody, search and rescue, text my wife, be like, hey, I'm lost on top of a mountain, send help. That's the easiest way to do it. Idaho has some of the last vast wilderness areas in the continental US, and because of that, it's not far into the mountains before you lose cell service. Ooh, I just fell. This is all super slick, sandy granite. See some quartz veins too. Very easy to slip, and then you're tumbling down that hill. Expect broken bones, at the very least. Easy to die on a hill like this if you hit your head wrong on a rock. I think I'm gonna have to just park up here in the shade for a bit, get a drink, snack, see if I can get my bearings, because I'm pretty lost right now. Ooh, spiders. All right. Whew. Just quickly show you my view. So I see two possible subjects as I've been sitting here and kind of cooling off for a bit. There's this one pine tree right there that looks like a perfect little Christmas tree right against the rock face. And then there's another pine tree, looks like a bonsai tree. That's right there. If I get 100 to 400 lens out, I think I could capture that. Okay. All right, so there's a little breeze, but I'm all set up with my composition. I have the pine tree in the side third, kind of in the third lines, which gives me more room on this left side of frame. I'm gonna go ahead and grab one of the other pieces of accessories, one of those new updates that I got. At the prompting of my good friend Brian, I've gone ahead and purchased a remote shutter release. These things are super helpful, taking long exposures, or if you don't want your, tighten that down. If you don't want your camera to shake in the midst of taking a photo. Just like that. All right, for my second framing, I am gonna go vertical. I think that way there's less distraction on the trees around it. I'm gonna punch in tighter. This one, unlike the last one, I'm gonna be using the tree I'm gonna be using my little bonsai tree, putting it right in the center frame. There's also the hillside behind it, creating some nice contrast. And I will probably have to crop this in because bottom of frame and top of frame, there's branches sneaking in that are a little distracting. But overall, this one is exactly how I want it. It'll probably be a square crop. Here we go. Whoops. Glad that hit me and not my camera. I think there's a rock in my shoe. Here's the big rock. A lot of effort, surprisingly, to get over here. Being that it's such a focal point to the landscape, it's likely there's some kind of trail that gets to it. I see it. A trail marker. Yeah. Oh, you beauty. Huh. I'll sit right on a big rock and eat. Oh, when you look at the distance that I traveled, it looks so close. Like I barely even went any distance. And yet I'm exhausted. Yeah, a hot meat stick, and is that all I brought? Oh, yeah. Who knows if it's even still good. A hard-boiled egg. a warm hard boiled egg now. Oh man. I don't know what the rule is with eggshell. I'm sure it's biodegradable, but probably over a long period of time. I don't want to risk it. I want to leave trash here. So I'll pack out the eggshell. This Osmo is pretty cool. And this first adventure with it. Very convenient, very light. No trouble with the heat so far. I've got an ND filter on it. That's helping with the light. It's not a variable ND. It's a fixed ND. It'll be cool to see how it edits next to the Fuji. Should have brought 2 of those. Not enough. This is a Chomps grass-fed and finished beef stick. It's got basically nothing in it but beef and salt. It's really simple and yummy. A little spicy. I'm kind of envisioning one shot here of one of these like scrub pine trees that are up on the top of this rock up here. That's what I'm talking about. Looks like the rocks are pooping out a tree. So I switched over to the smaller, lighter 16 to 35 power zoom lens from Sony. Yeah, it takes such nice little photos that, takes such nice photos that, yeah, I rather like it. I even got a chipmunk running through there. Neat. Whew. Holding my breath that whole time. I don't know why. do. Yeah, there's definitely rocks in my shoe. Okay. That is not the rock that I proposed to my wife on. That would be the next big rock over, which I'm not gonna hike to. This way. And I do get some questions about my hat. This is a Tilly LMF6 or something like that. It's keeping the sun off of my neck and head. It's so important. It's very, very powerful here, and I've already been burnt once pretty badly this year. Not gonna let that happen again. So this right here is where we peeled off, and well, I peeled off and got lost. You didn't peel off. This view right here, that's where we started. Pretty close to the beginning anyway. Now that is where, like I said, went off trail. Don't do that, that's dumb. So next time I hike this trail, so I came from this path over here. Next time, we'll go this other path. This goes on the other side of the hills. Gets to some big, big Douglas fir. So instead of seeing like the long views and big granite rocks, you get these big trees. So we'll have to do that next time, because check out what I see. It's my van. Hi, my van. Oh boy. Full sun, baking. I don't have AC. So in this climate, this temperature, it's sweltering hot in there. Miserable. I hate it. Hate not having AC. I guess I shouldn't complain, because how many cars for decades didn't have AC? I got a little spoiled.